there was big trains of karts. So this could be a good one. They've all been good so far, and don't expect anything other than a pretty entertaining race here from KZ UK. He's the best KZ drivers in the country going head-to-head out on the circuit. 15 minutes plus a lap to decide the winner, and we are go. And not a good start from James Glenister at all. He's going to lose two places before we even get to turn one. I think Byron Kittle is the one leading the way as they come through turn number 3 for the first time. Dan Gould might have been the other driver to sneak through as we go up towards the hairpin. Of course, Gearbox used the extended layout of the circuit, and I believe it is Gould who also managed to sneak through as well. Glenister in third place, but fighting back, and that's one place regained for Glenister there as he made his way into the chicane, managed to pick up a place. We see the number 13 there just trying to get through. That's Reese Ushijima in the middle of the field. The one plate of Miles Murphy is in there somewhere as well, so we'll have a look out for defending champ Miles Murphy very shortly. He's making his way through the order. But good stuff out front from Byron Kittle, taking advantage of a lackluster James Glenister off the start. Ward is up into third place. Then it is Ryan Cannon, Dan Kelly, Dan Gould, Ashley Lewis as we go side by side for the lead. There goes Glenister down the inside of Kittle, and Cannon has gone past Ward as well. So two changes up at turn number 4 there. Glenister, as quickly as he lost it, is back straight in the lead again as the number 16 there fighting away with the number 29. That's Cannon and Kelly battling away with each other, fighting over 4th place. And towards Wilkins we go, 13.5 minutes on the clock. 3 more races to come after this. We're going to have Junior X30, Road Tax Libra and Senior X30, but the small matter of KZ to decide, and as I said, as part of the Super 4 Championship, we get an extended race for this one. Cannon looking very racy in third, isn't he? Are we about to see a change? I think we're going to see an attempt. In fact, we're going to see him run wide, and that's going to allow Kelly to go through. I think I saw Murphy there trying to dive down the inside of Joe Charlton. Didn't quite pay off as they went up towards turn number 4. I think they're even still side by side. I think that might be Joe Charlton that has just about managed to hang on as they come now down towards Wilkins. Just under 13 minutes on the clock. Kelly is up into third place. Are we going to see a change on Byron Kittle? One thing we are seeing is Glenister escaping out front as they make their way through turn number 2 and up towards turn number 3. 12.5 minutes left on the clock. This is lap number 4. That's the 43. I think that has gone off. That's Sam Nichols, sadly, who's not going to go any further in this race. And here we see the long run down to the chicane. Who's going to emerge in second place when we get to the end of it? Is it going to be? It's going to be Dan Kelly. So Kelly has managed to sneak through past Kittle. Could get worse for Kittle as well, because Cannon's now trying to line up and move as well as they come down towards Wilkins. 12 minutes plus a lap to go. Number 2 in the middle there is Ward, trying to hold off the attention of Gould. And then we have Lewis, Kenyon, Charlton is up into 9th place. Turner has come up to 10th place as well. 7 places gained already for Charlie Turner, so doing really good. Jack Dex is 11th, and we've got a full course yellow. So we're going to bunch the field up, and that's not good news if you're James Glenister. That is good news if you're Dan Kelly, because James Glenister's lead is going to be evaporated, and Dan Kelly's job of closing the gap down is going to be made very, very easy indeed. So we've gone to a full course yellow here. And there we can see the field just making their way around the final corner, and with that I was given the information earlier that thanks to everyone who took part in the raffle. It has been very, very successful. We did a raffle for those viewers on the air ambulance, and we've raised just shy of £500, £463. So thanks to everyone who took part. A lot of money raised for a very good cause there. 10 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Oh dear, that was the number 4 there making contact. That was Kenyon going up the back. I think that might have been of Lewis as the lead has gone for Glenister. We're quickly back away and racing. Kelly now right with him. Then it's Kittle there in third place. We did capture Cannon wrestling with his car, and he's still having to do so in the blue race suit there. Is that going to leave the door open? It is, and that's going to be Gould going through into fourth place. Just not able to settle down here is the number 2 there. Just slightly wrestling with that card a little bit as they now make their way. In fact, that's Lee Ward, who's actually a lap down in this race. So Lee Ward, who should be getting shown he's been shown as 2 laps down in this race, but quick enough to stay with the leaders. Glenister has got back into, has managed to keep hold of his lead. However, he does have close company with Dan Kelly. Then it is Byron Kittle, then Cannon, Gould. Turner is absolutely flying. We've got to keep an eye out for Charlie because he's up into 6th place now. He's in the number 61. We'll keep an eye out for him. There he comes across the line. He's got the red crash helmet on. And there he goes, well spotted by our camera crew. And this is the man to watch because last time we checked in with Charlie, he was in 10th. He's now in 6th place. Oh dear, that's 2 drivers off. That's the 21 of Ryan Simpson. And the other one is Daniel Fletcher. And both of them, I think, just about able to get going again. It's still close between our leaders, Glenister and Kelly. It's very close for 3rd place, though. And with things closing up, that's going to open up an opportunity. 3rd in the queue is the driver who is a couple of laps down. Or at least is being shown as a few laps down, Lee Ward. I don't know if his transponders actually just stopped working here, because it seems every time they come across the line he's being shown a further lap down. So let's go with where he is on track. Lee Ward is being shown on track is in 5th place, and let's run with that as his position for the time being. But he's under pressure from Gould, who's next along in 6th, then Turner in 7th place as they come up towards the hairpin. And a nice move there. I think that was from Jack Dex. We actually caught the move being made on Lewis. So good driving there from Jack. Joe Charlton convincing him to come in and do the race this weekend. And I'll tell you what, he's got a chance to go and pass Joe Charlton because Charlton is not too far ahead of him now when we look out onto circuit. 8 minutes remaining. We're about to go on to lap number 10 of the race, and we pick up Kittle here with Cannon behind. Behind that is Gould and Turner. Then we have Charlton, Dex, Lewis, Kenyon. Lee Ward also in there as well in the number 2, so we'll keep an eye out for Lee. Charlie Turner's about to make a move, and there he goes. So Charlie Turner on the attack there, and I think that's him going past Dan Gould. So that'll be him up into 6th place when we account Lee Ward in. 7.5 minutes remaining, and Glenister has a lead now of just under half a second here. There you can see our top 2 have actually broken clear of the rest of the field. Glenister and Kelly with a gap over this 3rd place battle, which is being led by Byron Kittle as they come now through the hairpin up towards turn number 3. We've got Cannon in 4th place, Gould in 5th place. Charlie Turner still trying to work his way through as they come in towards the hairpin now. Are we going to see any more challenges from him? No. Ahead of him, though, we did see a challenge. I think that was Cannon trying to get past Ward, was unable to do so. That queue there, just fighting for around 5th, 6th place is a good one to keep an eye on because there are some drivers in that really trying to get on the move. Also, Joe Charlton involved in that. Trying to get involved in it is Jack Dex as well, who said he came here to win but would have taken a top 10 finish given his experience. So here we go then. So we've got Ward, then the number 10 of Gould, then Turner, and then Charlton after that. If there's going to be a move, it's probably going to be from Turner. He looks like the one most likely to make a move as we go up towards the hairpin. 3rd in this queue here is Turner, but he decides not to on this occasion. Defending or attacking slightly there was Gould. Ward doing a good job to hold off the pressure, but ahead of him, he seems to have allowed the 2 drivers ahead to break clear. So I think a little bit of frustration coming from Gould there. Turner behind, then Charlton. Jack Dex closing in on this fight now as well. He's almost right with them as they come out of the final corner and up towards the start-finish line. And have we seen an instant? Well, have we seen a change? We certainly have towards the front. There's Joe Charlton. Well, what's happened there? Joe Charlton that's at the final corner, I think, has come to a stop. And Joe Charlton is sadly out of this race. Well, he was running right at the sharp end, so hugely disappointing for Joe Charlton. He's going to go no further, sadly, as we have just over 5 minutes remaining in this one now. Drivers making their way through the chicane. There we can see Ward in the 2. Gould is in the template. Let's pick up our leaders. We haven't really checked in with them for a while. We're being shown as 6/10 between Glenister and Kelly. We've had a change for third place as well. We've had Cannon go past Kittle. There's Gould trying to get past Ward. Here are our leaders here. So we've got Glenister in the 44, and there in the 29 is Dan Kelly. So just under a second between them. In terms of lap times, last time around the gap did extend only by 700ths, but nevertheless it was an extension in terms of that gap. Kelly doing everything he can to try and stay with Glenister, but Glenister just has a little bit too much for him so far, and the gap has extended once more. So Cannon it is in third place, Kittle in fourth, then Gould in fifth. We've got the battle for 8th place, I think, is developing as well between Lewis and Murphy. Miles trying to close in. Miles is also having to deal with Allen in the number 7. So we've got the number 1 and the number 7 fighting with each other. Here they are now, just making their way out of the hairpin. Miles in the yellow livery there, just coming into shot now. Trying to hold off Allen behind him. Darren Allen. 3.5 minutes left to go in this race. The gap has stabilised between our top two. Glenister has just come across the line, and it's come down by 100th of a second in terms of the gap. Gould has done a personal best lap. And there is Miles Murphy. We pick him up as he makes his way through turn 3 and up towards turn number 4. Has a quick look over his shoulder at Allen, who's trying to close in on him. Kenyon is behind that. Then it's Reese Ushijima next. You can see Ward trying to make a move as they come into the chicane. Ward side by side at the chicane there, just catching that at the end of that. I think he's fighting away with Jack Dex, so we'll have to go and pick up the number 45 because Jack Dex is working his way through nicely here. He's currently in 6th, but I think that's about to become 5th as he make their way through turn number 1. There he is, Jack Dex in the blue and white, and going along very well. So he's up into 6th place here. He's got a little bit of a gap to the drivers ahead, but considering Jack started a little bit further down the field, had a bit of a poor start as well, he's recovered really well to get up to 6th place. He started from 10th as Charlie Turner now also goes past Ward as well. Lewis could be next to follow. Oh no, contact there. That's Ward and Turner who've come together. Turner's been able to keep going again, and Ward has gone round and sadly could be out of this race. There you can see him to the left of picture. He's going to try and get this one going again, but that's going to be a difficult task for Ward. He was having problems with transponder issues, it seemed already, and those issues have taken to the track now as well. So we've got yellow flags down at the chicane. Glenister's lead is 1.5 seconds over Kelly. Then it is Cannon in 3rd place. Kittle in 4th is being caught by Gould. There's a move from Dex down the inside. I think that was on the 21 that he went down the inside. So is that him putting a lap on someone, I wonder? But might have been Dex defending. In fact, there he is. He makes his way down the back straight and towards Wilkins. So it looked like we maybe had a back marker involved in that, but Jack doing a really good job to close out this race. He's got to be careful of Charlie Turner and Lewis in the background. They're both trying to get past the number 21, and they'll want to make quick work of that. We're into the final minute of the race now. The close battle is going to be the one for 4th. Let's try and pick that one up. There it is. It just goes through picture now. So Kittle versus Gould is one that could go to the line. They're coming through the chicane. Out of the chicane they go now and onto the back straight. And there we can see there in the sody coloured cars. That's Byron Kittle and Gould just behind. So this is one to keep an eye on over the last couple of laps. It's been bubbling up for some time now, and now they are about to battle away with each other as they come through number 1 into 2. It's going to go down to the hairpin, isn't it? Are we going to see a challenge there from Gould? Kittle's had a good exit from 2. Has a look over his shoulder. Doesn't feel the need to defend there. And so far, he's hanging on to it. The clock has struck 0, so we are going to go on to the last lap. Next time we cross the line, and we are going to go on to the last lap with a comfortable lead for Glenister. But this is the main battle we're following in the last lap. We've got to keep an eye on. It's a battle for 4th place in terms of this race, and it's between Kittle and Gould. Our race leaders are coming out of turn number 2 now and up towards turn number 3. There is Glenister in the number 44, leading the way in this one. Just has to clear some back markers out the way, but given what I saw earlier, it looked as if it was going to be a much closer run race than this, but Glenister has found speed where no one else has been able to find it, and despite a poor start to the race off the line, Glenister has recovered and recovered very, very well. And James Glenister is going to go on to take the victory. Round the final corner, and victory in KZ UK here at the SuperPrix goes to James Glenister from pole to the win as he comes across the line. Kelly is going to finish in 2nd place. Cannon in 3rd. Kittle holds on to 4th ahead of Gould. Then it is Dex, Turner, Lewis, Murphy. Allen sneaks in the top 10 ahead of Ushijima at the end.